America was on the verge of being completely destroyed by a gang of very powerful criminals who had made their way right into the heart of power. We didn't notice because they had become our most trusted leaders, entertainers, and politicians. But then things changed. In 2016, patriots in the U.S. military took back power legitimately with the election of Donald Trump. Plunged directly into the damage and sickening destruction caused to America and the world, they got to work dismantling the branches of this powerful secret shadow government that was in the process of siphoning off America's vast wealth to their global masters. After 2 years of a dramatic covert operation that was to include the gutting of the corrupt CIA, FBI, and Justice Department, they now face the last remaining pillar of the deep state, their vast media empire. They were using this unparalleled power to confuse the people of the world and distract from their criminality and subversion. They recognized that division and hate among people was the most effective way to keep us occupied and ignorant while they robbed us blind, engineered senseless trade deals, and destroyed distant lands for their own personal gain. The mainstream media, both in America and beyond, now remains the gravest threat to the people of the world. The battle for the American soul began in October 2017 with an NSA intelligence operation that we call Q. For the first time, the people were shown the reality of the world they live in, the extent of the corruption and crime that had been destroying their society for decades. Most of all, it showed them the path to their own liberation. Finally, on July 31st, 2018, in Tampa, Florida, President Donald Trump, avoiding the corrupt media channels by speaking directly to the people, allowed Q followers to display their support publicly. This deliberate action forced the deep state media to cover the story, as not doing so would raise a level of curiosity that could lead to a devastating mass awakening. To defend against this, they joined together in an unprecedented combined global mass media assault against Q, hoping they could deter the public from discovering the truth about our world. They called it a conspiracy, a word associated with unlawful or nefarious actions, depicting Q followers as a danger to society instead of peace-loving patriots just trying to break free from the prison of the mind that was created for them. Their attack on Q was to be just one of countless knowingly false narratives started and pushed by the criminals that control our media. They said Trump colluded with Russia to win the 2016 presidential election. They said he was a puppet to Putin. They claimed he would hurt relationships with our allies. They said he would collapse the economy and the stock market. We heard he was about to go to war with North Korea. They are saying he will do the same with Iran. They even said he would destroy the whole world. These fake narratives kept on coming, and they spread them with full knowledge that they were lies meant to stop the one force that could end them for good. It's time the American people and those all over the world ask themselves what is really going on. What are the people who control our media afraid of? What are they hiding? If you look, you will discover that the fake news media is not free or independent. You will see it is just a propaganda arm of the deep state. You will discover the names and faces of the cabal agents who have colluded to destroy our republic and bend us to their will. They want you divided. Divided by race. Divided by religion. Divided by political affiliation. They want this because divided you are weak. Together you are strong. It's time to research for yourself. You will find many things, among them an unprecedented number of sealed indictments filed in preparation for a mass arrest event. You will also discover an unprecedented list of corrupt CEOs who have recently been removed from their posts. You will see the same in the Senate and in Congress. And you will see the same at the top of the FBI and the Justice Department. This movement is not about one person or a group of people. It is about we, the people. The world is currently witnessing the largest mass treason event in living history. But instead of being fearful, we should be filled with hope. Instead of fighting among ourselves, we should face our only true enemy, the criminal deep state and their once invincible mainstream media apparatus. Do you want to free yourself? It's easy. Follow Q and turn them off.
We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
I'll start off from telling everybody right now, if you don't want the truth, don't watch us. Get out of the chats instead of doing little gossip bullshit, okay? Get over it. You may not like the truth. It is what it is. Honestly, that's all I care about. So if you want to go live in your Patriot fairy tales and you want to go and bitch and complain in the chats, then so be it. But don't do it here. Why watch if you want to bitch and complain? People are here to get the truth. We're the PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den. Yeah, the truth freaking hurts, and I'm sorry, but you're going to have to deal with it, as I've always been told, okay? If you want the truth, it's right here. The Patriot Party News, folks, we are more than just a website. We are a full-functioning, badassery Patriot Broadcasting Network, broadcasting around the world 24/7. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, help us out. Donate to the cause, because that's what we're doing. We're the only ones really out here telling the truth. Everyone else is being psyop. That's it, period. Go look at the results. I don't want to hear that, Chaz. Get out. I don't care. The truth will set you free. Another way you can support us is by joining, the one last remaining truth platform. It's called Patriot Shoot. Go to join.patriotshoot.com, where you will get the truth. You will get 24/7 of like-minded patriots that are seeing what the hell is going on in the world. I'm sorry that you guys are upset. A lot of you are figuring this out now, and praise God, okay? A lot of you are stuck in a rut narrative that's come to a dead end. Unfortunately, you were conditioned and put in that situation by the information given to you, but not from us. Patriot Shoot's going to give you access to our state groups, because pretty soon there's going to be a massive blackout, communication breakdown. We're preparing for it. A lot of you are going to be late to the party. That's fine. We still welcome you. A lot of you want to argue about what's going on. We still love you too. We'll welcome you with open arms. Go to join.patriotshoot.com right now. Cool. I'm done. Let me go ahead and bring in Dallas up in this camp. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
No, just, I love everybody, but I'm just going to be straight up, man. The truth is what it is. And a lot of people can't accept it. A lot of people don't want to accept it. It is going to suck. And you gotta weather through it, especially if you're from Alabama, right?
I just saw that. Yeah, I mean, look at what happened in Congress yesterday, right? We have everybody and their grandma screaming at the top of their lungs for transparency and the Epstein files and disclosure, except when it came to vote for them disclosing their own personal hush fund, where they pay off the sexual abuse and the sexual harassment claims, and just dirtbag claims. Unanimously voted not to disclose that. So that's our tax dollars. That's our tax money that they pay every year. They have for 30 or 40 years, in the tune of billions of dollars, to pay off women mostly, but men too, that they have sexually abused, sexually assaulted, come on to, treated like garbage. That's our money, and they voted unanimously not to disclose that.
Check this out. This is Luna talking about it. Good segue.
We know that members of Congress are using taxpayer dollars to pay off sexual harassment. We just had a member of Congress literally sexually harass a woman that then lit herself on fire, and you guys all protected him. You guys all protected my own side, your side. And so if you guys want to talk about victims, if you want to go out and virtue signal, and then you guys are going to kill her stuff on the floor and then try to pass. Yeah, of course, we should subpoena all of this stuff. But just, I'm not going to sit here and play games. I think it's a complete fraud. I think that's why the American people hate us. I think the midterms are coming up and everyone should go on record for this. And I hope that members are exposed for this. I hope it goes back, I think, to the 70s, because it's wrong that it's happening. It's wrong that we cover up for it. It's wrong that we can't censor our own side because people are busy making deals because you guys don't want to censor your side. It's a deal that's been cut and people hate us for it. So yeah, I support it.
Thank you, Representative.
Chair recognizes.
There you go.
Yeah, no, but that's what forces you to go, what? Like, wait, they're all dirtbags, all of them, even the women. Yes, they're all dirtbags, and they are all lying to us, and that is what is in control of our government, our country, and the world. But yet we're supposed to just put our head in the dirt, Chaz, to your point, and just repeat the mantra: trust the plan, trust the plan. You know, just. I don't know. Every day it gets a little weirder, and it gets much harder for me to trust the plan because, well, we were never included in the plan. Nobody, none of us. I will go on the record of stating nobody knows what the plan was. Like none of us, right? Nobody in this realm that's communicating any kind of social media wise, doing a podcast. Doing a podcast, doing any kind of show, none of us have ever known what the plan was. And that was by design. We weren't supposed to know what the plan was. So when they change the plan, or when the plan gets changed, they're like, oh, it's just part of the plan. Not originally, but you know, and that's where we are.
So true. That is so true. That is exactly what you hear over and freaking over again, to a point you're like, man, that makes no sense at all. Absolutely zero.
Yeah. Trust the plan, and you know, military's in charge, and Biden wasn't really president, Trump was president, except all of the really, really bad things happened while Biden was in office.
Fake Biden. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
100%. I don't, well, there's still some really stupid people out there like, nope, that was him. But I'm just, but Chaz, that's what we were told the whole time, is that, oh, trust the plan. It's all part of the plan. Well, the problem is we don't know what the plan was. The plan changed, and they just convinced us that it's part of the plan. Like, you know,
it's crazy.
I think I know what this guy's about to say. I think I like it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we talked about this, Dallas. We talked about wait till there comes a day where people start wanting to volunteer to go to Israel and fight them because of what they've done. Prepare yourself. You're about to see a ton of American soldiers coming back in caskets, and also with the flag on them, draped over them. I don't want to say that, but I got to be real with you, because when it comes to a ground game, which is leading, that's what they want. Okay, that's what it's going to be, a bloodbath. Okay, for both. They're already calling it the Iran conflict. Sound familiar? I hope, yeah, you get it, like Vietnam. So anyway, check this out. I can never say his last. Is it Blazarian? Is that correct? Blazarian? Dan Blazarian? Anyway, he's broken the internet by stating he's prepared to volunteer to take out Israelis in Israel. He says he believes the majority of Israel is pure evil and operates like terrorists. They need to be wiped off the maps. And here he is. Check it out.
I mean, honestly, the only real battle in the world today that I see worth fighting is fucking, exterminating Israel. I mean, I would sign up tomorrow and go fucking put boots on the ground and go fucking kill Israelis. That would be a great day for me. I would fucking sign up on the fucking draft waiver wherever. Give me a rifle and send me the fuck over there. I truly believe that the majority of that country is evil, and they're perpetuating a genocide. They've been operating apartheid. They're suppressing those Palestinians. They're attacking their neighbors. They're operating like terrorists. They're fucking arrogant, ungrateful bastards, and they need to be wiped off the fucking map. I mean, honestly,
Yeah, tell me how you really feel. Somebody in the chat said Mazel Tov, right? Okay.
Yeah, he isn't wrong, Chaz. I mean, I found out this morning, that Israel has been canceling, like through the church organizations, they've been canceling trips to Israel for months, knowing that this was going to happen. Like they've been telling everybody, you're not going to travel to Israel after March. And anything before that, the last 2 months, they've been canceling and reimbursing or rescheduling for way in the future, because they have known that they were going to kick off this war with Iran for months and months and months. And it's so infuriating to me that our men and women and our tax dollars, another $6 billion just went to Israel, right?
Yeah.
Our tax dollars and our men and women are dying so Israel can expand their footprint in the Middle East. And I'm done with. I'm out on this one.
And I'm going to tell you. Well, here's another thing too. You got to think of the economic damage that has been done. For instance, man, there's a lot of people coming out on social media saying that our government or excuse me, our vessels are escorting bargers or things like that. That's a bold-faced lie. They talked about, we showed it this morning.
Yeah, they won't accept our help because they're afraid they're going to get blown up.
Well, 100%. But not only that, but here's the thing. Only 9 ships, 9, have been gone back and forth or whatever since Monday. And not a one has been escorted. And I know everybody's talking about it. I know everybody's like, oh, yeah, they're not going to shut this down because it ain't happening that way. And everybody is reporting it. This morning, we found there's an account, marine traffic on X. Go look it up and see for yourself. Everybody's like, where's your proof? There it is, right there. And I'm showing my face too, by the way, just to let you know, okay? Just telling you, people out there talking out the side of the neck don't have a freaking clue. And it's getting gooder every single day. Wait here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. All this crap that people have been talking about, and you're going to see. And what are you going to say then? Oh, the plan changed, right? Probably so. Okay. Yep. So just know,
trust the plan. We're going to be in this war for 6 months, Chaz. Just trust the plan. The military's in control. Trust the plan. Well, we've been here 6 months. Well, 9 months. You give it 9 more months, right? I mean, 2 weeks to slow the spread of the virus, right? You realize that they have fed us that bullshit lie, I don't know, 10 times in our history, in our modern history, like in the last 100 years. 2 weeks to slow the spread. 2 weeks to curb inflation, right? That's when Nixon took us off the gold standard. We're only going to go off the gold standard for 2 weeks to curb inflation. Well, dummy, the only thing that stops inflation is being on a gold standard, right? Yeah. 2 weeks to slow the curve of COVID.
And here's another thing. If you think saving the children is about, well, that's part of the plan and this and that, it is part of the plan in terms of why we got into this. But if you really think saving the children is based upon people flipping different roles and things like that, your wood must be wet, okay? Because we're never going to be able to save the children until we expose the truth. That's it, period. Take it to the bank.
And
that's it. I mean,
and our government proved yesterday, Chaz, that they don't give two shits about transparency and exposing the truth, because they voted unanimously to hide their hush fund. And I call it that on purpose, because it is billions of dollars of our tax dollars, which we should be able to hold them accountable to every penny of our tax dollars they spend. But they're going to keep that one quiet because they don't care about women and children. They don't care. Like that's what it became so evident to me yesterday with that vote. Our government and our world are ran by satanic, Luciferian, cabal worshiping, baby sacrificing, baby eating, baby raping scumbags.
And then on top of that, you got people that protect them. And if you're supporting those that protect them, I mean, what are you going to say then? See, it's a revolving door here with everything that's going on. By the way, if you didn't know, Beirut, really just got hit this morning. Check this commercial.
Hey, but you know what's different today, Chaz? Is well, this is news, but there's actually smoke, right? Remember yesterday we looked at all those live cams, there was no smoke.
Yeah, and I was asking Matt about that last night, and he said, "Man, you truly don't know where this feed is coming from," and he's right about that. But it does look somewhat. I mean, it doesn't have. Yeah, it's got Beirut on here. Hang on, check this out, Greg. Touche. Hang on a second. Let me pull this in. So if you'll look and see bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, let me see if I can get this going. Yeah, it's nighttime there.
Yes.
There would still be smoke up in the air from that happening, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
But you can't necessarily see it on here. Something
you can see bugs flying in front of the screen in Ishfam missile site in Iran, but those ain't missiles; those are bugs.
Right. It's kind of crazy. You're not getting out of there.
Chaz, I'm convinced that 99% of what we're being reported and being told to us is garbage. We played those videos yesterday. The people in downtown Jerusalem be like, man, we're out partying, we're having fun tonight. They ain't nothing happening. The same in Tel Aviv, the same in Dubai, but yet we're being told that Iran is blowing the piss out of all these American bases, and this is the worst case of Wag the Dog, the movie I've ever. I mean, I believe they're shooting missiles. I believe people are dying. I just don't believe what they're telling us and what they're showing us on any kind of media is the truth, except for social media where it seems to be the opposite. So I don't know, man. It's so hard.
Clickbait more than anything else to be able to sell jackets and
portraits. Well, and just like the beginning of the Ukraine conflict, they're showing us video clips from freaking video games, like Call of Duty and crap like that, and they're presenting it as, oh man, look, they took down an American, fighter jet.
I mean, listen to this. This is breaking news coming in regards to BlackRock. They just blocked investors from pulling their own money out. The world's largest asset manager is telling people, no, you can't have your cash back. This has never happened before. BlackRock's 26 million private credit fund just got hit with a 1.2 billion withdrawal and request this quarter. Okay. Investors wanted 9.3% of all of their money back. BlackRock said no, capped it at 5%, paid out $620 million, and locked the rest down. That means almost half the people who wanted out couldn't get out. And it's not just BlackRock. Blackstone, similar fund, saw a record 7.9% redemption and request. They had to raise their withdrawal cap and inject $400 million of their own money just to cover the demand. Now they're saying that Blue Owl straight up stopped honoring redemptions, replaced them with IOUs. BLK dropped by 5%. KKR, Carlyle, Apollo, Ares, Blue Owl, and TPG all fell 5 to 6% with it. 5 to 6% with it. The entire private credit sector sold off in a single day. Damn. These funds lend money in liquidity loans that can't be sold quickly. So when there's too many investors one out at the same time, the fund doesn't have the cash to pay everyone. Sounds like a bank run to me. BlackRock just also wrote a separate $25 million loan down to zero. It has valued at full price 3 months ago, gone overnight. JP Morgan's Bill said it best. Bad news often happens all at once. The occupancy of the leverage in the sector is very concerning. This is a $1.8 trillion industry, rising oil, war in the Middle East. AI is disrupting software companies that borrowed heavily from these funds. Rate cuts off the table when the biggest funds in the world start telling investors you can't have your money back. That's a major, major warning. And by the way, talking about, I've been an investor more than 20 years, and when I make a new move in the market, I'll announce it publicly. And of course, this is coming from No Limit on X. I consider it probably a B account. They've been sometimes right, sometimes wrong. But this is more insider papers reporting the same thing, more outlets that we would look at for some of the truth there.
Well, this is a classic bail-in. It's just they're not doing it at the bank level; they're doing it at the institutional investing level,
right?
And then they're disseminating it out into the banks. But it's a bail-in. They're going to keep your money. I mean, again, just a week ago, market was hitting all-time high of 50,000 points. Pam Bondi, she can't use that one this time when she's deposed because they deposed her again, right? But it's the big huge mutual fund companies, BlackRock, Vanguard, they own pieces of everything. And they're all failing because of the silver market, really. But
that's right. That's why you don't want to sell, you want to hold, and you want to buy.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the silver or gold prices here lately.
I literally was looking while you were reading that article. I mean, silver is at 84.96, so it's kind of holding steady in there in that mid 80s. Gold's 51.57. So again, it's maintaining that over 5,000 mark, which is important. And then the stock market, I mean, it's up from yesterday, but it's still negative 195. I'm looking at NASDAQ. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. It's down 498. Next to the almost 1,000-point drop yesterday. It's 47,456. Started at 47 flat, 47,000. So you're definitely seeing it, right? And again, that's a classic buy-in where they keep your money to keep themselves afloat. But it's the reality is the stock market, even the millionaires and the billionaires in the stock market really aren't billionaires because you're only a billionaire on paper, right?
Right.
You don't actually own that money until you sell that stock or sell those positions and take the money out, which is where the government, charges you sometimes upwards of 32% capital gains. But until you get the money out of the market, you're nothing, right? You are a paper millionaire. Now you can leverage it and you can borrow and you can buy fancy things with it, but nobody owns nothing until you get it out. And this is what they're telling you right now is you're not allowed to take it out.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. And then they've installed a new ruler over there in Iran's transitional leadership position they have filled. This is exile crown prince Reza, and I cannot pronounce the last name, Pahlavi. I'll let y'all figure that one out. Anyway, let's listen here.
The Islamic Republic has launched missiles at the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, Jordan, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. It is targeting our Arab neighbors. These violations of their sovereignty are unacceptable, and we condemn them. But this is nothing new. This is who the Islamic Republic has always been, and this is why it must end. For nearly 5 decades, this terrorist regime has sown chaos and bloodshed across our region. It propped up Assad, turning Syria into a graveyard. It planted Hezbollah as a state within a state in Lebanon. It armed the Houthis to destabilize the Arabian Peninsula. It empowered militias in Iraq to undermine Iraqi sovereignty. It attacked the economic hubs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. None of this has ever been the desire of the Iranian people, but rather that of a regime occupying our country.
Pre-scripted.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Chaz. I was like, wow.
Boy, he can sure speak some really good English, too.
Yeah. That sounded like a Trump speech, almost. You know, I mean, not the way Trump would deliver it, obviously, but I mean, he hit all the points. So now what you're telling me is Iran's just they're gonna succeed and they're gonna give up, right? But for some reason, I don't think that's what's about to happen, or that's not what we're going to be told.
Are about to go out the freaking roof. Is what's happening. Look what's happening right here. Insider Papers reporting this, and they're saying U.S. oil contract soars above $90 so far. I'm telling you, I'm looking at $150 a barrel up in this joint. I'm telling you, it's already happening in other countries already. Qatar just gave the warning out, Dallas, and said, just want to let y'all know it's going to be going to about $150 a gallon. A barrel. Feels like $150 a gallon, right? Maybe I was right.
It will to us. I mean, gas went. I told you on Monday night I got gas for $2.27. It's $3 now in my little town, south of Denton, and that's across the board, $3, right? So it went up 70 cents, 75 cents overnight, and it's not going to go down, right? I mean, and again, Chaz, if it goes to $150 a barrel, gas in mid United States is going to be $8 a gallon, $10 a gallon. In California, you're literally not going to be able to drive in California. It's going to be $25.
It's almost $10 a gallon. So I'll have to. I think I got it up here in one of the tabs as we go through the show. I'm gonna start kind of running through this, but nuts. You're 100% right. This is from Whiplash 347 here. Just sent this in. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks like AI to me, but Whiplash has usually been pretty on point. So check it out.
Those things don't carry that many. Those type of planes don't carry that many missiles or bombs, Chaz. I mean, that's got to be 100 bombs. Look how big those things are. Where are they coming from? That's a video game or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, somebody said, what game was that from? I was like, man, it just didn't look real to me. And he's usually got pretty. See, that's what I'm saying. It's starting to get to a point to where you got people posting just straight up bullshit. And they're talking outside of the neck. People that are accounts that we'd normally follow on a regular basis. Man, people, it's getting that hard to read things for some folks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got to use our discernment. We got to use our common sense here. I'm serious. We got to, man. We got to. Otherwise, we're going to be highly, highly disappointed. I mean,
horses are making a comeback. Amen, brother. I'll ride my horse.
Horses are made a comeback. Amen. Yeah, 100%. Brother even said, it looks like a video game. Everybody's in the chat saying video game.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not a commercial pilot. I'm not an Air Force pilot. But I know those planes, I've seen them up close, and they can't carry them. I mean, not the way it dropped them, right? I mean, that means that those are all stacked up underneath the plane, and they would have to be stacked up like freaking 90 feet high. Like, they can't. It's definitely not real. That I can tell you for a fact.
Yeah. Well, Optimism Capital here on X. Said update, it's over. Talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. And they're showing it's back, and then all of a sudden they're coming back and said, it's over. It's a crash. That's what it's a yo-yo. It's a yo-yo. That's what they do, man. That's the game they play until they can do a breakaway. And
they're called pump and dumps.
Right.
And the millionaires make millions, and you and I eat dirt. I mean, literally, because we can't a pump and dump. You got to dump millions and millions and millions at a time, and you and I can't do that. You and I can buy 100 at a time. Not Bitcoin. I mean, 100 would be like $790 million, but it's not meant for us, man. This whole system is rigged.
Yeah, it is. So the Trump administration awarded this guy's company a $795 million contract, by the way. Check this out.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I would
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit in this.
You would prefer the human.
Now, so they're speaking of, obviously,
That's Peter Thiel, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
His mission to thin out the human race. I was going to say American, but no, human
So
race.
they gave him just shy of $1 billion, basically $750 million to thin out the human population, starting specifically in the United States.
Mhm.
But hey, trust the plan.
Well, but this is what I'm going to say. I don't think that's the same Trump. I'm just telling you. I think the real Trump is gone.
Chaz,
I'm telling you, it's night and day difference because people are upset at us because we're looking at common sense and what's happening right here in the decision-making process. And if you think this is great for us, it's not. Wait. That's why everybody says it's going to suck if you ain't figured it out yet. Okay? But I'll tell you this. It's not the same Trump. I'm telling you. I am sitting here living and breathing. That ain't the real Trump. And if I end up disappearing, something bad happens to me, I didn't do it. I'm just going to tell you right now. And then what's happened is the real one's in Cheyenne Mountain. I don't think he made it to Cheyenne Mountain. How about that? You want me to be real? That's the way I feel. My opinion. Because look, man, the decisions are night and day, Dallas. I mean, come on. You know that we've had to sit here and say, man, this is what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, right there, right? Like, pure deal. Trump has made him basically one of the most powerful men in the United States, in the world. And I mean, he already was one of the richest, but Trump has made him one of the most powerful. He's directly tied to J.D. Vance. He's directly tied to Pam Bondi. He's now directly tied to Trump and the decisions being made. He's been given authority over our military. He's been given authority over our food supply, and the AI stuff, which is just crazy. Bill Gates, whether he got killed in 2017 or he was hung in 2019, I don't give a crap, because some man named Bill Gates is getting subsidized and getting paid billions of dollars to spray every single piece of produce produced in the United States with GMOs and herbicides. Oh, and Trump just also passed an executive order mandating that Roundup, which is I mean, they've already settled, Chaz.
And nobody has given me an answer to that. I have asked that to everybody, and the only answer I've got is, they're switching roles, or they're doing this and doing that, and I justify that mentally.
It's disclosure, Chaz. He's going to prop them up to take them down. No, he just made them untouchable. Yeah. And Roundup is currently paying out a $16 billion lawsuit. That was just announced a few weeks ago. They lost. They have caused cancer. If you have had more than two interactions with Roundup and you got cancer, you can sue them and get part of that $16 billion. But now Trump has made them untouchable. Yeah. And Trump is also forcing them to spray that same shit that gave everybody cancer and that they're being sued for $16 billion. That is now going to be sprayed on every piece of produce produced in the United States and backed and protected by our government and our military, because now it is a part of national security. That don't make no sense, brother. I mean,
right. You can't even eat bugs now, right?
no, because they're going to kill all the bugs. Like, I mean, that's the point.
Well, they're turning the bugs or mosquitoes into things that inject mRNA in your body.
Oh yeah, Bill Gates was allowed to do that 5 years ago. And you want to know why people are having allergies to meat? Because they released a bunch of ticks that were infected.
Right. Yeah,
Lyme disease, not a naturally occurring thing. It was created in a lab. How many people have Lyme disease? How many people have psoriatic arthritis and autoimmune diseases from being told they got bit by a tick? Like that, every single one of those damn things was geoengineered or are engineered in a lab and then released into the public to make the people sick. Like, wake up, people.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about before. People were going on shows and podcasts saying that there were escorts going on. There ain't no damn escorts going on. There's only been 9 commercial ships detected crossing. Okay. As far as going back Monday, now none of them are doing it. And so that's why it kills me when people are talking out the side of the neck and it ain't true. You got to see what's going on. You've got to do research and not put together good storylines. You can't do that. You can't lie to people. It always comes out at the end. Just like we're sitting here and we're telling our opinion, okay? Because nobody truly knows what's going on. Let's be real. Nobody does. And if they say they do, what happens? And something doesn't happen, like we say, hey, it's part of the plan. It's them being an actor or actress or whatever. They're playing their role. Or it's disclosure, even though it's going to kill billions of people. What sense does that really truly make? Really, from a logical standpoint. Sorry.
No. I mean, as much as I don't want to be with you, Chaz, I'm with you, man. I wasn't for a very long time, but you know, nobody knows the plan. So they just keep changing it and saying, trust the plan. Like, I mean, that was an accidental, you know, but that's the God's honest truth. That's what's happening. Nobody knows the plan. So stuff goes south or they don't pull the trigger when they're supposed to. Like, oh, well, we're going to change it. Just trust it. I wasn't very trusting to begin with, Chaz, to be honest with you. But I was like, well, let's see where this rolls. But now, I mean, I don't know where we go. I mean, I know. Well, I think I know where we end up going. But this is like the last place I wanted to go. Right? The military is the only way. And well, but it's not the military that we think. It's going to be the men and women of the United States taking back our country. Again, they voted to suppress the hush fund of our tax dollars. That they don't even get a vote on that, Chaz. Like that shouldn't be a votable thing. You are spending our tax dollars. It should automatically be disclosed, period. And anybody that voted against that should be primaried in the midterms. And I saw something today, and I agree with that 100%. If a candidate takes money from AIPAC, they no longer get my vote. I don't give 2 rips what side of the aisle they're on. If they take money from Israel, they do not get my vote, period.
100%. Or they take money from AIPAC. It's over. I'm going to tell you that right now. And unfortunately, we said this yesterday. Who are the 2 individuals up there that have not, and that are being ostracized in front of the world right now?
Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
There you go.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene, in my opinion, was forced out because she took part in insider trading. Massey's the only one that hasn't. But then we played that video the other day, or I sent you a video where Massey, apparently he's got skeletons in his closet too. Just like, holy
so
crap.
Marjorie Taylor Greene with the insider trading. We can say that about that as well. But I mean, we could also, let's be real. How much money has the Trump family made through this?
Oh, untold.
Billions. Let's just say billions and multiple billions. Okay. Not saying they've done anything wrong. But if we're going to be, you got to put things in perspective. You really, truly do. And everyone thinks we're trying to bash Trump. Hell no, I voted for him 3 times. Hell no, I support our president. But you got to understand, when there's something wrong, you're not going to go blinded in and say, oh, I'm not going to pay attention to that, or I'm not going to pay attention to that. And then guess what happens? The wave comes on your family and you feel the pain. And if you're not waking up and understanding that maybe the administration around him completely bought and paid for by Israel.
Well, and
so his family now has been compromised by, guess what? Israel. So what other choice? If you were a father and you're in that situation, hey, we'll kill every single person in the Trump family if you don't do our bidding. See, that's the way I look at it, as if it's truly him, but it's not him. He wouldn't do that anyway. He would fight till the end. The real Trump would. That's who I voted for, not who's doing this right now. So,
yeah,
I know we got a lot of people pissed, man. I can't help it, and it's the truth. And I'm sorry for those that want to believe the truth. By all means, for those that want to believe in what you want to believe in what you want to believe in. But don't coming back bitching and complaining and giving up hope, saying I quit. Why? Because you believed a lie.
Well,
and we try to tell you otherwise.
And that's what I said Monday or Tuesday, Chaz, is, you know, if this thing continues on to September, which is what Trump said the other day, that's 6 months from now, right? Now we're midterms, and now they're going to use this as political fodder for the midterms to save his crony candidates that turn out to be just as corrupt as everybody else. Lindsey Graham, come on, man. He's the most corrupt dude in the government right now. And Trump is all up in his business, you know, in the wrong way. So, I mean, if we get 6 months down the road, Chaz, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but again, if I got to be the bad guy, I will be. This is all bullshit. The whole plan, trust the plan. We're going to fix it in Assad. I think all that crap is real.
And I'm going to tell you, the ending is not for everyone, Dallas.
But I will also tell everybody out there defending Trump, you want to know why the RV and the GCR hasn't happened? You have one person to look at, because he's in charge. He's in charge of the United States. He's not in charge of the RV. So get that crap out of your brain. He isn't in charge of jack shit.
It's not the right time, Dallas, for him to do certain things. It's all about God's timing, right?
Well,
that's what we're hearing about. I mean,
but I'm just telling you, I know emphatically that Trump and his administration have delayed the RV for the last 6 months, including last week. It was supposed to go. Everybody said it. It was supposed to go last week. You want to know why it didn't? Because of Trump and the Trump administration. So you want to hate somebody, you can hate on Chaz and I all you want, but I'm telling you for a fact that the RV was supposed to have gone 4, 5, 6 months ago, as much as recently as last week, and it hasn't because of Trump and his administration. His director of economics, the director of the Treasury.
I apologize. Is that Kevin Warsh? Is that the new one? Which one? Who are you talking about exactly? Or do you?
Well, I'm talking about the old ones. He's replacing them. But
right, about Jerome Powell. Then yes, I got you. Yeah, I got you with the Fed. Right.
But it's you only have one place to look, and I don't know what to tell you. Right? You guys are pissed about the money and about life sucking. Well, it's Trump is not in charge of the RV because that makes no sense whatsoever.
And I agree, it won't happen during war. It'll happen during peace. I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
We have to go through hell. And my goal is to only make it to the first year of the 1,000 years of peace. So at least I can experience something from all the hell that we're all having to go through.
Give me 6 months of awesomeness, right? Give me 6 months of heaven on earth. I'm good.
Come on with it.
But when it's all said and done, Chaz, I just want people to put up and shut up. Put up or shut up.
Brother.
Like, just do it already.
Amen. And again, just understand with love, we want the truth. And that's why there's a lot of things that have to be questioned. And we hope that everyone questions what we're talking about here. We want the same thing everyone wants at the end. Okay. But we have to use common sense and discernment to get there and for it to last. And I think I appreciate you, Dallas, for everything you do. So thank you.
I can, buddy.
All right, brother. God bless.
See you next week.
See you next week. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in as you always do. God bless the Republic of the United States of America. And God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. Thank you for everything you guys do. See ya. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month,
We provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your states at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.